Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi all. Welcome you all once again on today's Sunday special episode. Today also we are going to discuss on very important topic and that is related to the need of the hour. Basically, various people are in a dilemma of what to do in current scenarios, and they are looking for alternatives. They are looking for options. Which organization should help them? Which organization is a nationwide organization? Which organization is a broad-based organization? Or many questions are there in the mind of people. So today we are going to discuss on such important topic. So this video, which is live on YouTube and Facebook, may I request all the viewers to share this video on their personal timeline and do like, comment, and share this video to all your friends who are in the friend circle, as well as all the relatives, so that this important discussion, this important message can pass on to the maximum viewers, and they will get benefit from this information on what can be done and what are the hopes, which organization can satisfy their hopes, or how they can be a part of this organization, or whatever questions are there in the mind. I think they will get enough information in today's topic. Today we are going to discuss on the topic which is BAMCEF, which is related with a nationwide organization which was established from 1973 and working till date very efficiently. And the topic for discussion today is BAMCEF, the reliable tool to establish fundamental rights. So this is the topic that we are going to discuss, and today we have with us Mulnivasi R.S. Ram sir, who is the National General Secretary of BAMCEF, and he is going to elaborate more on this particular information on what BAMCEF organization is and how it is a reliable tool to establish fundamental right. So without losing time, may I welcome Mulnivasi R.S. Ram sir. Sir, Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi, Jai Samvidhan, Jai
जय
Bharat,
जय भीम, जय मूल निवासी, जय संविधान, जय भारत.
and
And
welcome to MNT-English, sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, today basically looking at the problems of the people, they are in a dilemma that the problems are increasing day by day, and there are no options, and nothing can be done, and somebody will means they will come and they will snatch everything, whatever the rights they are having today, or whatever the dignity they are having today, or whatever the self dignity they are having, it is going to be snatched, and the entire future is very dark. Like that, people are in a dilemma. So they are looking for what can be done and how this problem can be resolved. As a member and associated with a very long with such an organization with like BAMCEF, sir, we would like to hear from you how or what this BAMCEF as an organization can help them in coming out of this dilemma, and they can be also part of this organization, and they can also increase the strength of the organization, and by making this strength, definitely their problems can also be get resolved. So would like to hear from you on this particular topic, BAMCEF, the reliable tool to establish fundamental rights. How BAMCEF is a reliable tool? How people will basically they will think that BAMCEF as an organization can help them. So we would like to hear from you, sir.
Thank you, Ashish. This Phule Ambedkar ideology and our forefather, they have a whole history. If you see, they have fight with the Brahminism, and not only they have conflict with Brahminism, but they have defeated Brahminism also, and they have established a society based on liberty, equality, and fraternity. So we should not be very much disappointed, because this ups and downs comes and goes out. So because there is a revolution and counter revolution. So that is the process that is going on, this revolution and counter revolution. So we should not very much disappointed. We should concentrate on the ideology of our forefather. I will only say that in past also, Phule Ambedkarite ideology have helped us, and future also it will going to help us, and presently also it is able to resolve our problem. So the only thing is that we have to work sincerely and honestly with the fully Ambedkarite ideology and democratic process within constitutional means. So BAMCEF is doing same thing. The objective of the BAMCEF is the same, which is the objective of our constitution given in the preamble. So I will concentrate in this topic because BAMCEF is doing same thing. What is the objective of our constitution? So before going to this topic, I will give some background so that our viewers may understand the things properly. So first of all, I will quote Dr. Ambedkar, who has written a very famous book, that Revolution and Counter Revolution in Ancient India. In the book Revolution and Counter Revolution in Ancient India, Dr. Ambedkar state the history of India is nothing but a mortal conflict between Brahmanism and Buddhism. Means in history also there is a conflict between Brahmanism and Buddhism, and in present also there is a conflict between Brahmanism and Buddhism. When we say Brahmanism, it means Brahmanism means spirit of inequality. Brahmanism means spirit of inequality, and Buddhism means spirit of equality. So there is a fight going on. In present also, if we see in the present situation, so there is a conflict between status quo and social change. There is a real conflict. The other conflict are artificial conflict. The real conflict is between Brahmanism, between uh, forces of status quo versus social change. So I will quote Dr. Ambedkar in this regard. It is your claim to equality which hurts them. They want to maintain the status quo. If you want to continue to accept their lowly status ungrudgingly, continue to remain dirty, filthy, backward, ignorant, poor, and disunited, they will allow you to live in peace. The moment you start to raise your level, the conflict starts. So conflict starts when you claim the change in the status quo. If you don't claim the status change in status quo, then there will not be any conflict. So whatever conflict we are observing, the conflict is because we are claiming the social change. As far as Indian constitution is concerned, regarding Indian constitution, Professor Austin, who is a very known professor who has studied Indian constitution a lot, so he has concluded about Indian constitution कि Indian constitution is an instrument of social change. So Indian constitution is also an instrument of social change, and BAMCEF is also an organization whose objective is social change. So the here objective of the BAMCEF and in the Indian constitution match. So BAMCEF is working for the social change, and not only working for social change, but it is working through democratic means and through uh, constitutional means. We totally believe in democracy. We believes in Indian constitution, and we does not believe in any kind of violence. So this is the objective of BAMCEF. Ki BAMCEF is working for social change, and our the present organization BAMCEF, they totally believe in constitutionalism. Constitutionalism means rule of law. The only organization in India which believes in constitutionalism, that is rule of law. The rest of organization where there is no democracy, they believe in the principle of rule of man. But BAMCEF believes in the rule of law and constitutionalism. So we are very near to the values and principle of the Indian constitution. Friends, we will go some social revolution in the past. So the first social revolution which has occurred in ancient India uh, under the leadership of Tathagat Buddha. In his book Revolution and Counter Revolution, Dr. Ambedkar say that Buddhism was a revolution. It was a great revolution as the French Revolution. Though it began as a religious revolution, it became more than religious revolution. It became a social and political revolution. The first social reformer and the greatest of them all is Gautam Buddha. Any history of social reform must begin with him. So, the first social revolution has occurred in the leadership of Tathagat Buddha, but there have been a counter revolution also. The first counter revolution has taken place by Pushyamitra Shung after the killing of Brihadrat, the Mauryan last 10th emperor. So second revolution has also taken place. The second revolution taken place in the leadership of our Sant and Guru. So who were the main second leader? Where our in second revolution where Sant Kabir, Sant Ravidas, Guru Nanak, Chokha Mela, they have challenged the Brahmanism, and they have fought for the liberation of the Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj. Their movement was not a bhakti movement, but it was a mukti movement. So if you study their philosophy, so you will find that their preaching is against the Brahmanism. They were against the polytheism, untouchability, idolatry, and superstition. So they were against these principles. So this is the second social revolution. Then third social revolution took place in the leadership of Jyotirao Phule. On his leadership, the second revolution took place. So after Jyotirao Phule, when Jyotirao Phule was working, at the same time, Sant Gadge in Maharashtra, Narayana Guru in Kerala, and Sant Ayankali in Kerala, Ayuthi Das in Tamil Nadu, Harichand Thakur, Guruchand Thakur in Bengal, and many more were working for making successful the third social revolution. So Dr. Ambedkar accepted the Phule as his third guru. So Dr. Ambedkar continued after Phule. Sahuji Maharaj continued his social revolution, and after that, Dr. Ambedkar continued his social revolution. And after Parinirvan of Dr. Ambedkar in 1956, there was a gap, and after that gap, since 1978, BAMCEF took on its shoulder the social revolution of our great forefather. As I have explained, that there is three social revolution. So BAMCEF have taken the responsibility to take ahead the movement of the social revolution in India. So we are taking inspiration not from only first, second, but all three social revolution, and we are continuing on the path of our great reformer, that is social revolution. So friends, there is a book written by Manavar Kansiram, that is the Chamcha Age, because this is a very important to know how Chamcha Age came in India. So Chamcha Age started in 1932 after this Pune Pact, because after Pune Pact, the MP and MLA who were elected from the SC/ST reserve constituency, they were supposed to raise the issues and problem of the backward classes, that is OBC, SC/ST, in the parliament, but they were not sincere to raise the problem of OBC, SC/ST. So Dr. Ambedkar used the word tool or an agent, and Manavar Kansiram used the word Chamcha Age. So how he defined Chamcha A chamcha is an indigenous word for a person who cannot operate on his own but requires to be operated by someone else, and that someone else always use the chamcha for his personal use and good, or for the good of his creed, which is always detrimental to the creed of the chamcha. So this definition Manevar Kansiram gave about the chamcha age. So chamcha age is started, and because of this chamcha age, we experienced many problems. So if in the present scenario we define the chamcha, who is the chamcha? So in present scenario, these two word, the first two line that is used by Dr. Ambedkar, that is tool of Hindu, is the word used by Dr. Ambedkar, and agent of the Hindu or stooges of the high caste Hindu. This is also word used by Dr. Ambedkar. So how we can identify the chamcha in present scenario? So in the present scenario, if you have to identify who is the chamcha, so this is the feature of the chamcha. One who is operated by others, means who does not operate on his own but operated by others. One who is used by other. One who acts as per direction from other, or as per wisdom and conscience of other, and not of his own wisdom and conscience. One whose control and command is not with our society, but with who governs him. One who do not follow the ideology of our great father. One who compromise with the ideology of our great forefather. The chamcha do harm to the society to which they belong, and do benefit to the society who use it. One to whom Manu Stream Media project, means chamcha is being projected in Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj by Manu Stream Media, and who is not a natural leader but is a projected leader or proposed leader, and those who install the chamcha in Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj, actually they use it. So if you want to see one example, so I will give one example, that is economic reservation. You know that in India, the backwardness has been done on the criteria of socially and educationally. So based on that only, representation principle was envisaged, that socially and educationally backward people will be given representation. But since very start, our enemy were working to make the representation based on criteria of economic. Dr. Ambedkar opposed that time in the parliament when the first amendment of the constitution came. Then he was alive. Then this article 16.4 was inserted. Earlier 16.4, sorry, 15.4 was inserted. Earlier 15.4 was not there. So that time a discussion took place in parliament, and Syama Prasad Mukherjee was of view of the reservation on economic criteria, but Dr. Ambedkar opposed it. If you observe, when economic reservation was passed, EWS quota was passed, then before passing this quota, the many leader of the Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj they started demanding the economic reservation for upper caste. So this was against the principle of our forefather, and this was against the interest of Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj. So those who were demanding, they are actually the chamcha of the present days. So this is, I have told about chamcha age. So what is the evil effect of the chamcha age? So these are the evil effects of the chamcha age. Chamcha age means serious setback to Phule Ambedkarite movement. Alienate the elites, means they keep away the elites from their society. Destroy and discourage the independent movement of the oppressed and exploited. Create leaderlessness. The chamcha does not want that genuine and capable leader should be created. So they try to discourage to create genuine and leader in Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj. Kills the spirit of revolt. By the welfare activities, they try to kill the spirit of revolt in the Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj makes the democracy meaningless, because the Chamcha works on the principle of the supremo gri. So they actually oppose the democracy uh, in Indian society, keeps the country poor and backward. You know that in our country the poverty and backwardness is increasing because of this chamcha. So how we can came out of the chamcha age? So what Dr. Ambedkar did? Dr. Ambedkar did three things: separate settlement, denunciation of the Pune Pact, and making the movement broad-based. So I will explain the making the movement of the broad-based. What is broad-based movement? Actually, Dr. Ambedkar said that before independence and after independence, our strategy cannot be same. So before is independent, he said that because atrocity has been done with scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, so the position of the decision making was occupied with the English people. So before him, he explained the position of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, and by explaining and by pursuing, he got some affirmative action in the favor of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. But Dr. Ambedkar said कि now after independence, the English people have gone. Now the Brahmins are ruler. So we have to change our strategy and we have to make our movement broad-based. Broad-based means now we have to uh, fight together. SC, ST and OBC, they should all come together because their problem are same and their enemies are same and their solution are also same. So they should make a alliance. They should come together. So now we should not fight separately for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, or OBC, but combine we should fight. Then only we can have the power, and we must be a ruling class. To become the ruling class, it is necessary that scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and OBC they all come together. So that is the broad base. Narrow base means कि we are fighting separately. That is a narrow base. कि scheduled caste is fighting separately. But that strategy will not work after independence. So we have to make our movement broad based. So post Dr. Ambedkar position कि how we can came out of the chamcha age, कि creating genuine and capable leadership. We have to create genuine and capable leadership by training the people, by giving exposure to the people. We can make a genuine and capable leadership. Creating awakening, we have to awaken our society by organizing cadre camp, by organizing seminar, symposium, convention. So we have to create awareness among our people, that is OBC, SC, ST, that is Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj. Then social action. Social action we are doing. We are organizing Mool Nivasi Mela, BS4 program, then People's Parliament, then People's Social Action. This BAMCEF and its offshoot being are involved in doing this social action. Then long-term solution to come out of the chamcha age is the political action, and that political action must be based on the ideology of our forefather. Means that political action should not compromise the ideology of our forefather, and it should be a democratic uh, uh, pattern. It should not be based on any dictatorial pattern, because if we work on the dictatorial pattern, so we will not be able to organize the whole Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj, because dictatorial organization always identified as a caste based organization. Any organization which is not democratic is always recognized in the last as a caste based organization. So that organization which works which does not work on democracy will not be able to lead the whole Mool Nivasi Bahujan Samaj in single identity. So these are the way out on which we are working. So now I will concentrate on the constitution of the BAMCEF, how the BAMCEF was organized. So the BAMCEF organizer Manyavar Kansiram, SK DK Khapade, Dina Bhana, and many more other people who some are known and some are unknown. So first of all, I salute to all of them and I give my respect to all of them. So because before the formation of this BAMCEF organization, our great forefather, they have they have done research on this topic, and they came to the following conclusion. So first conclusion was that denunciation of the Pune Pact, because this Pune Pact has started the Chamcha age, so we have to denunciate the Pune Pact. This was the first conclusion. The second conclusion was to get success in the field of politics, there must be non-political route. This was the second conclusion. Ki why RPI has failed, why RPI was not able to make the people, the ruling class. So they concluded that to get success in the field of politics, there must be a non-political route. And to make non-political route, only this BAMCEF organization was formed. Then the third conclusion, which our organizer of the BAMCEF, they have concluded, that we cannot become ruling class on any single caste strength. On one single caste, if we organize one single caste, then we cannot become a ruling class. That conclusion was also drawn by Dr. Ambedkar, that we have to make the movement broad-based movement. Broad-based movement means we have to organize scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and OBC together. If you organize scheduled caste separately, OBC separately, and scheduled tribe separately, then we cannot become the ruling class. So this was the third conclusion of our BAMCEF organizer. Then the fourth conclusion was that the Constitution of Free India has made the backward class, the scheduled tribe, the scheduled caste, virtually the master of the country. The power center is with them, but power is not with them. This was the conclusion. Ki because of one man, one vote, one value principle, the maximum vote is with backward class. So you can say ki power center is with backward class, but power is not with backward class. This is a contradiction. So they concluded that ki the only solution of this problem is we have to stop the transfer of vote from backward class to any Brahminical party. If we do this, we shall be able to succeed. So with these four conclusion, the BAMCEF organization was started, as told by Ashish also. They conceived the idea of BAMCEF in 1973, and finally the BAMCEF organization, the first national convention, took place on 6 December 1978, Boat Club, New Delhi. So with this, BAMCEF organization started. So now I will concentrate slightly on the organ of the organization. These are the 8 organ of the organization, but I will not go to detail because time is not permitting me. But I will tell you some important thing in this. Aims and objective. What is the objective of the BAMCEF? The objective of the BAMCEF is change of the system. Means we want social change. Dr. Ambedkar used the term social transformation. So we want change of the system. That is in Hindi, it is called Vyavastha Parivartan. So Vyavastha Parivartan is our aim. So if we decide the aim, we have decided, concluded our problem, we have decided our aim, but when we decide the aim, then we came to second thing, whether this aim can be achieved by any single person. Then we find that no, it cannot be achieved by any single person. So we have to organize our people. So organize on what ground? So these are the 2 ground on which we organize our people, that is Phule Ambedkarite ideology and Mool Nivasi identity. On these 2 ground, we organize the people with the objective of change of the system. So remaining thing I will not explain much, but I will explain this structure and infrastructure, that is mass based, broad based, and cadre based. So mass based means we have to make our organization on all India basis. We have to go to the masses. We have to connect the masses. That is the mass based organization. Broad based organization, already I have explained. Broad based means we should not be limited to any component of the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe or OBC only, but we have to connect all these three. So we have to make our movement broad based. Then cadre based means cadre is the trained human. Cadre means trained and cultured human resource. So we have to start training, and by training, by giving cadre camp, we will create cadre, and by this way, we BAMCEF organization is working. Rest thing I will not be able to explain. Only thing I will try to explain: leadership. Leadership must be democratic and institutional leadership, because rest leadership that will not work. And as already I have told, if we are not democratic and we are not institutional, then we will end into organization where this supremo culture will come, or where dictatorial culture will come. The problem of supremo organization is all the supremo organization or all the family based organization, they ultimately end into a caste based organization. And a caste based organization, that was the conclusion when I have explained BAMCEF formation. Then I told you that based on single caste basis, you cannot be governing class of the people. If you want to become the governing class of the people, then you have to make your thinking broad based, and you have to work for a whole OBC, SC, ST, and you have to work on democratic principle. This is the conclusion. Now I will concentrate about the BAMCEF. What is the mission of the BAMCEF? So BAMCEF derives an inspiration from the life and mission of our forefather. So our forefather, already I have explained: first revolution, first social revolution, second social revolution, then third social revolution. So all our great forefather who took part in social revolution, we all have great respect for them, and we draw our inspiration from our these forefather. So the mission of BAMCEF is the mission of our forefather. So our mission is the same which our forefather have the mission, and that is social transformation through social revolution. So we are working for the social revolution. This is our mission. As far as our objective is concerned, so our forefather have also the same objective, and we are also concluding to have same objective. So our objective, I will read, is to uproot Brahmanism, the spirit of inequality, and to establish and preserve a new social based system on humanity and the principle of equality, liberty, and fraternity and justice, which is mentioned in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. So, long-term objective of BAMCEF is social transformation, or simple word. Social transformation is the word used by Dr. Ambedkar, but be in simple language, be simple term, we say it's social change. So this is our objective, and the same as I told you, these words are written in our Indian Constitution: liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice. These words are written in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. So you can say the objective of the BAMCEF is one objective of the BAMCEF is to establish a society based on the principle of our constitution. So we are totally working with our constitution. Now, Rashtrapita Jyotiba Phule and Dr. Ambedkar were not interested in the change in the existing social system. They don't want some slight change, but actually they want the change of the whole system itself. So BAMCEF is committed towards the same objective, which was the objective of our forefather. And this, how we can do this, we have to do with the self-help and self-respect. Because self-help means कि we should not be dependent for our time, talent, and treasury. That is for knowledge, that is for training, that is for money, from any other people. If we become dependent on any other people, then consider, I'm used to say कि अगर आप किसी का सहारा लेते हैं तो उसका इशारा आपको मानना पड़ेगा. It means if you take help of anyone and your movement is not dependent on you, uh, in terms of knowledge, in terms of money, in terms of human resource, so from where you will take help, he will give direction also. And if you accept his direction, then this will be not a self-respect movement, but be, this is again a kind of chamcha age. So we have to come out of the chamcha age. So what we have to do, we have to dependent on our own human resource, on our own financial resource, and for that you have to generate your own human resource and your financial resource. So by this way, this is the short term objective. So long term objective, already I have explained. Long term objective is a change of the system. So because of this long term objective is a ultimate objective. So there are some short term objective. So these are the 10 short term objective which is written in the book also, BAMCEF introduction book. If you get time, you can go through the BAMCEF introduction book. It is available in both Hindi and English language, and it is available in our website also. So those who are interested, they can read by downloading it from our official website. The link of the website will be given in the end of my lecture. So these are the short-term objective. I will not go in detail. So I will concentrate in the next slide. So this is the Phule Ambedkarite ideology. We call our ideology as a Phule Ambedkarite ideology. Many people get confused why we take name of only those two forefather and not all forefather. So because the contribution on Phule and Ambedkar is much more, so that's why we have given the name of Phule Ambedkarite ideology. But its name is Phule Ambedkar ideology. But the ideology comprises of all our forefather, which I have given detail. That is first social revolution, second social revolution, and third social revolution. So whatever contribution has been done by our forefather, we are taking inspiration from their thoughts and their mission and their life. So, but the name is Phule Ambedkarite ideology, but it comprises all our forefather ideology. So next I will go, that is Mool Nivasi identity. Mool Nivasi identity given by Jyotiba Phule. Jyotirao Phule, he has given this identity, Mool Nivasi identity, and BAMCEF organization have taken this identity from the inspiration of Jyotirao Phule, because Jyotirao Phule connect Sudra and Atisudra into one common name, that is Mool Nivasi of this country. This was the contribution of Jyotirao Phule. What is the benefit of Mool Nivasi identity? Ki Mool Nivasi identity connects OBC, SC, and ST and converted minority into one homogeneous group. It connects them one homogeneous group, and that is very much required to come out of chamcha age. Because if you want to come out of chamcha age, you have to make your movement broad based, and you cannot fight separately as a OBC or as a scheduled caste or as a scheduled tribe, but you have to fight combined. So for this Mool Nivasi identity helps a lot. So one more thing, that is before the Hunter Commission set up in 1882, Jyoti Rao Phule demanded proportional reservation, oblique representation in all government job. So it is the demand of Jyoti Rao Phule. He first demanded before the Britishers, uh, before the Hunter Commission, that in all government job with free and compulsory education, the representation should be given in proportionate to our population. So this was a demand of Jyoti Rao Phule, but Jyoti Rao Phule was not able to fulfill this demand. This demand was fulfilled by great Chhatrapati Sahuji Maharaj. So Chhatrapati Sahuji Maharaj, he first time introduced on 26 July 1902, he first introduced the 50% reservation to the socially and educationally backward class of the people. This was the contribution of Jyoti Sahuji Maharaj. Not only he contributed this much, but he Sahuji Maharaj had taken over the movement of third social revolution from the hand of Jyoti Rao Phule, and he handed over the movement to Dr. Ambedkar in 1920 in Mangaon. And in that meeting, he defined the quality of leader, and he defined that the leader should be visionary. He must have a vision for the future. Complete evolution of the caste system is necessary. Survival of caste system is sin. Caste is a hindrance in the path of progress for all of us. Therefore, it should be our duty to end it. Not only that, he declared in that meeting that now Dr. Ambedkar will be your leader. Dr. Ambedkar will be the leader of you people after me. So, what I wanted to convey is that third social revolution was started by Jyoti Rao Phule. He handed over this movement to Chhatrapati Sahuji Maharaj, and Sahuji Maharaj handed over this movement to Dr. Ambedkar. And after demise of Dr. Ambedkar, it was the BAMCEF organization who has taken over the movement after third social revolution. So there is our own there is one more our great forefather, that is Birsa Munda. So what is contribution of Birsa Munda is that Birsa Munda gave a famous slogan, that is Abua Desam Abua Raj. It means ki Abua Desam Abua Raj means our state, and there should be our own rule, because state is ours, so it should be ruled by us only, not by any foreign element. This was the main philosophy of Birsa Munda. So Birsa Munda started Ulgulan. Ulgulan means that is Munda revolt. Munda revolt, we called it Ulgulan. So in 19th century, this Birsa Munda started Ulgulan. The movement identified following forces as the cause of the misery. These three were the cause of the misery concluded by Birsa Munda. Who were the enemy of the tribal? He concluded the land policy of the British were destroying their traditional land system. Then Hindu landlord and money lender were taking over their land, because the Britishers have made such rule, and by taking benefit of such rule, who are actually taking over their land? That is Hindu landlord and money lender were taking over their land, and the missionaries were criticizing their traditional culture. So this was the three region he identified. These three region is the region of our misery, that is our problem. So Birsa Munda did Ulgulan, and what happened after Ulgulan? Ki After this Ungulan, it forced the colonial government to introduce law so that land of the tribal could not be easily taken over by daikus. And second thing, it showed that tribal people had the capacity to protect against injustice and express their anger against the colonial rule. So the movement of Birsa Munda did two things. First, the uh, land reform was done by the Britishers in favor of tribal community, and second was that the tribal community was able to prove that we can fight with our enemy by our own resources and by our own uh, that is self-help and self-respect by we can fight. So these are the principle of the Birsa Munda, to whom we accept our forefather, great forefather. So now next is the Periyar self-respect movement. We have to know about Periyar because Periyar have done a lot of movement, because BAMCEF is inspired by the Birsa and Periyar also. So Periyar started the self-respect movement, and self-respect movement was dedicated from the beginning as a goal of giving non-Brahmin a sense of pride based on their Dravidian past. So in 1952, the Ramasamy self-respect movement institution was registered with the list of objective of the institution, from which may be quoted as. What was the main objective of the Periyar self-respect movement? Ki to allow people to live a life of freedom from slavery. So freedom from the slavery, it was one objective. Then we have to end the needless custom, meaningless ceremonies, and blind superstitious belief, to put an end to present social system in which caste, religion, community with tradition, occupation based on accident of birth have obtained the masses, the people, and created superior and inferior classes. Means they have divided the society. So Periyar was against this system, and he was in favor to give people equal right, to completely eradicate untouchability, and to establish a united society based on brotherhood or sisterhood, to give equal right to women, to prevent child marriage. So this was the principle of the Periyar. So the same thing has been included in our constitution, and BAMCEF also accept the Periyar as a great forefather, and we are working for the social change which our forefather have laid. Now these two definition has been given about BAMCEF. First, Manavar Kansiram have given that BAMCEF should work as the brain of society and guide them, and not to be guided, because we are working for the social change. So we should not be guided by the society. Instead, we should guide the society in direction of our social change. People used to ask, what is the achievement of the BAMCEF? What BAMCEF have done? So, SKDK Khapade used to say to create a human resource who can think as per Phule Ambedkar ideology is a kind of revolution. So what BAMCEF is doing? BAMCEF is creating people who are thinking as per Phule Ambedkar ideology, who are analyzing day-to-day event as per Phule Ambedkar ideology. This is a kind of achievement of the BAMCEF. Assis, you want to say?
Yes, sir. It was really very brief and broad information about the BAMCEF as an organization, and really you had elaborated how BAMCEF as an organization can be a reliable tool to the fundamental rights. So really this information will help to our viewers. Sir, we would like to know basically now, as per you, if BAMCEF is a reliable tool to establish the fundamental rights and secure their rights and self-respect. So, what our viewers should do, and what there are many people who are in a dilemma. They know that yes, as BAMCEF is doing a very good work, and no other organization is doing a work, but still they are not becoming a part of this organization. They want to work independently and whatever they feel. So, to such people who are in a dilemma, what message you would like to give to conclude today's subject, sir?
Yes, good question. Actually, uh, we are also we have just organized one program in Nagpur, in which we have called the like-minded organization also. And before that like-minded organization, we have discussed uh, how we can come out of this problem which has come, and how we can organize the people. So we have requested the like-minded organization कि if you believe in Constitution of India, because majority people believe in the Constitution of India, majority people believe in the Phule Ambedkarite ideology, and majority people believe in democracy. Uh, and majority people believes in Mool Nivasi identity. So if you believes in these four, so we can establish and dialogue and discussion with any individual or any organization, and based on that we can work together, and we can make our movement successful. So we are working on this uh, principle.
Right, sir. Really good and appreciate for this step. Basically, that is the real thing. That is the need of the time, because unless we are united and unless we are having with the same ideology and same vision, our problems will not get resolved to that extent. Working individually will not help, and working combinedly will definitely create an impact and create an strength. So definitely that is the need of time, and every organization, every small organization should think in that particular direction. And considering their individual goals, they can sacrifice if the goal is similar to an organization which BAMCEF is having, or similar to the ideologies for which they are also thinking that they are working for fully Ambedkar ideology. Then instead of working separately, they can become a part and parcel of this organization, and combinedly definitely this goal can be achieved. So today, definitely, today's discussion was fruitful and helpful, and we had got enough information on how BAMCEF was formed, and what are the various objectives, missions of BAMCEF, and how they had made an their goal, how they will be achieving this goal, and continuously how they are propagating and continuing the ideology of our forefathers. So definitely this information will help our all the viewers to think in positive direction, and they can also be a part of organization like national organization like BAMCEF. Sir, thank you very much for giving us time for today, and definitely we will would like to invite you in further course of action on different topics that will be organized, sir. Thank you very much for joining us
Thank
today.
you, thank you, Ashish. Thank you very much.
Jai Bhim, Jai
Jai Bhim,
Mulyasi, Jai Bharat, Jai Samvidhan.
Jai Bharat, Jai Samvidan.
Thank you very much, sir. So this was Mulnivasi R.S. Ram, who had joined us in today's session and elaborated on BAMCEF as an organization, and how it can become a reliable tool to achieve our fundamental rights. So definitely, all the viewers, I would like to make a appeal that this information will be helpful to many people who are there in a dilemma and who are working in the society on the Phule Ambedkar ideology. Kindly pass this link to all those viewers and to all the people who are in your network, so that they can get the insight of the organization, how BAMCEF is working, or what are the goals, or what are the objectives, what is the mission of organization of BAMCEF, and if they would like to become a part and parcel of this organization, they will definitely become. So with this, we will end this session today, and definitely we will meet tomorrow once again on a different topic that we are going to discuss in the Hindi prime time session at 8:30 p.m. Same time, 8:30 p.m. From tomorrow, it will be Hindi session. So we will definitely meet tomorrow at 8:30. Thank you very much for joining us today. Jai Bhind, Jai Bharat, Jai Samvidhan, Jai Bharat. Thank you very much.